Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Lump Dog, your favorite fantasy football commissioner's favorite fantasy football commissioner, and I'm back with another PPH video commissioner message. Week number 10. Yada! Well, week 10 was the trading deadline, and it went off with nothing happening. It was a ghost town on the trading deadline. I can't believe it. Not one playoff-bound team made a trade. But before we get into that, as always, make sure you go ahead, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and smash that bell notification so you get notified anytime a new video is uploaded. It helps out the channel more than you know. It helps out the PPH. It's free for you. You don't got to do anything. All you got to do is smash that like, smash that subscribe, and smash that bell notification. Definitely helps out the PPH more than you know. All right, well, anyway, so trade deadline was last week. Nothing went down. Pretty boring week in the PPH. Your boy lost again on a 4-game losing streak. I've had the most disastrous, absolute disastrous season that I've ever had in my 20 years in this league. I'm in dead last. The fantasy gods are just imposing their will on me. Everything I do, I don't know what it is I can do. I mean, Carson Wentz against the Giants, he sucks. I can't get Cam Newton against the Ravens did better than Carson Wentz against the Giants. I can't believe it. I cannot make the right call. I left DJ Moore on the bench. He goes off. Boston Scott outscores Miles Sanders. I mean, it doesn't matter what I do. Whatever it is, it's going to be the wrong thing to do. So, but you know what? It's okay. You know what? I'm taking it with stride. I'm still showing up every week on the messages, putting my face out there on video. I know for a fact that if this was anybody else within the PPH, they would not be doing what I'm doing right now. Doing the time, putting in the effort to make sure it's about the other 13 guys in the league and not about me. Right? So this is why I'm commissioner, because I care about the league more than I care about myself. As much as I don't want to do this, I don't want to take the time to edit the video. I don't want to get on here and show my face with my 2-8 record. But I'm going to continue to do it because that's what a good commissioner does. And that's what your favorite fantasy football commissioner's favorite fantasy football commissioner does. And that's why I'm their favorite, because they know the pain and suffering that a commish goes through when they have a disastrous, absolutely disastrous season, and when everything that could go wrong is going wrong. Can't make a right call, can't make the right start, no matter what I do. So, anyway, I'm not the only one fishing, though, but I will say I did get to go to the championship, won that second ring right there, baby, in 2018, got that, but then, came in second place in 2019. Could have had a back-to-back championship, but things got real fishy. Real fishy at the end there last year. But came in second, so now I'm in last place, so I guess things are evening out, so to speak. But is what it is. Just my luck. He also got knocked out of the playoff picture, and same with Dirty High T, but he beat me. He came off his 3-game losing streak to send me to a 4-game losing streak, which is, I think, my second 4-game losing streak of the season. So, it's so difficult to deal with, especially someone like me who loves football and loves fantasy football, and right now it's just making me sick. I can't listen to it. I can watch it for the love of the football games, but it just really mental anguish on me, putting a real hurting. So anyway, there also has to be a clarification in the rules. So again, on Sunday morning, when you I'm checking lineups and you got a guy with a red cross, if they play in the afternoon game and they got that red cross on the morning, you're good. That means if the red cross drops off in the afternoon, there's no fine for that person being on your eye with no red cross, because you're not expected to check your lineup in the afternoon game. Now, what you would be fined for is if that person had a red cross in your starting lineup, and then they didn't play and they were inactive, and then you would get fined for starting an inactive player, because you can take that guy out of your starting lineup in the afternoon and put somebody else in. You just have to plan it correctly. But if they're on your IR with that red cross drops in the afternoon, then you're good to go. Or Monday, too. Same thing goes for Monday night games. If they have that red cross going into Monday night, and that drops off on Monday night and they're active, you're no fine for keeping them on your IR. Now, what I could have done, and it would have been against the rules, is because I had Kenyon Drake on my IR and I was starting Chase Edmonds. Now, if I would have made that change, if I would have said, okay, well, I'm going to put Drake in my starting lineup and then put Edmonds on my IR, that would have been a fine because Edmonds never had a red cross the entire week. So that would have been against the rules. But being a honest broker and following the rules correctly, I left Chase Edmonds in because there was no other place being put him. I couldn't put him on my bench, and I couldn't put him on the IR, so I kept him in my starting lineup and Drake. So obviously, there's some people out there who don't know the rules, trying to act like that was a fine. That was not a fine. That was well within the legal rights. And I love how Dare Pair, or Pear Bear, as Cone likes to call him, tries to act like show us the timestamp lineup change. Like, motherfucker, you don't know what's going on. Timestamp? You don't know what's going on. So just shut up, play your fantasy football, talk your shit, share your stupid memes, and be happy. But don't act like you know what rules and like you need some sort of proof about some sort of timestamp lineup change when there was none. Clueless. So, thank you. Put yourself in place. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying there, Pear Bear?
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's right. Congratulations. You played yourself. You played yourself real bad. And you know another thing there, Pear Bear?
Ice up, son. Yeah. Ice up.
Ice up, son. Ice up. That's right. When the head took you to school because you don't know what's going on. You're clueless. You're clueless. So, anyway, leave the rules to me, man. I know what's going on. I know what I'm doing. I'm not breaking any rules. And if I was, I would find myself for breaking the rules. Like I did with 1002. 1002, I find myself. Paid the fine. You know why? Because I'm an honest guy. And that's why I'm the commish. Because none of y'all are honest like me. I ain't like some of these other guys, like Britt, like when you're in a basketball league with him, and he messages himself to put in a player after Kobe Bryant, mind you, after they had played, and the lineups had locked, and he went off for like 50 points that night. Oh, I messaged myself to make that change. Yeah, I'm not like that, bruh. I don't play those games. I'm honest. I don't do virtual coin flips. I don't scheme out two-part trades. I don't do none of that. That ain't me. Those are other people in this league, not me. Okay? So I take offense to it when people try to act like I'm some sort of shady, behind-the-back kind of guy. No, I'm not. I'm straightforward, I'm honest, and I keep it 100. That's what's up. All right. So anyway, no trades went down. No fine happened. I hope we're all clear on that. Your boys at 2-8. Disastrous season. Just my luck. Out of the playoffs picture. Dirty High Tea out of the playoff picture. And some guys hanging on there by a thread. Like Patty's Playboys, but Patty's Playboys at 4-6, still alive. I like it. I want to see him make it. I'm rooting for Patty's Playboys here. Really rooting for him because he owes the most amount of money, and I like to see him win something to help pay down that bill. So been locked out all year. Can you believe that? No one's mentioned that at all during the text thread or nothing. I guess because he's never been a factor for the weekly, but been locked out all year. Has not paid the $250 unlock fee. So that's the way he rolls, and that's the way it is. But hopefully he wins the weekly, and then he can roll one of these last 3 weeks. God, can you believe it? Only 3 weeks left? I can't. Actually, you know what? Let's just cancel the season and buy a chopper, because this season can't end soon enough, and then get into next season. That's what I want. Let's go 2021. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back with a new vigor and make a better better draft, because my draft was disastrous. Clyde's Edward-Helaire over Derrick Henry in the first round. Bugger! Kenyon Drake in the early second over Devontae Adams. Bugger! DJ Moore in the third. Bugger! Jonathan Taylor in the fourth. Bugger! Yeah, so that's pretty much my first 4 picks were just Bagak 4-3-2-1 Bagaki. That's pretty much my draft right there, and that pretty much sums up why I'm having the season I'm having. Is just a complete disastrous type of draft. So anyway, there you go. That's happened in week 10 in PPH. And again, my trade pretty much I have to do it to myself.
Ice up, son.
That's
Ice
my
up.
trade. I gotta ice up. I gotta ice up, son, for my trades. And I'll do it again to myself.
Congratulations.
I did play
You
myself
played
pretty
yourself.
hard by not going to that draft in Tennessee for the 20th anniversary. Don't regret it, but feel like it's still the right move to make. But I got a sweet hat and a cowboy hat out of it, and I'll make it up next year. Oh, last thing before we get into last week's games, there's this rumor going around. If you go back, rewind the tape. This is the great thing about video. You can go back and rewatch it and see what someone said. I never said I was buying hoodies or providing hoodies. I said we should get some hoodies. I said we need some hoodies. I never said I'm going to buy or provide the PPH with hoodies. So I know it's a joke and it's all funny, but there ain't no hoodies. I ain't providing no hoodies. I might provide some meatloaf. That sounds kind of good. I could make some meatloaf, but I'm not doing no hoodies. So you guys can keep it up, or you can drop it, or you can just talk your shit. I don't care, but I just want to make sure that because some people are so fucking gullible in the league, they'll believe anything that's going on the text thread, and that ain't right. So I got to end that rumor right here, right now, on video. If you need, check last week's video, week number 9, roll it back, rewind it, watch it as many times as you need to understand that I never said I would be providing hoodies. No hoodies. Ain't happening. So, Foster, boom, fuck you. Zach, boom, fuck you. Duke, boom, fuck you. Jimmy, boom, fuck you. No hoodies getting done by Lump the Dog, your favorite fantasy football commissioner's favorite fantasy football commissioner. Ain't happening. So, I hope that's been put to bed. But it'll make some good shit talking on the text thread. I'm sure you guys will be like, oh, let me get a blah, blah, blah. Here, hoodie, meatloaf, hoodie, meatloaf, meatloaf, hoodie, meatloaf, meatloaf. Oh, and then also there's another rumor going around too that hyphenated names. Check it again, bruh. Foss, go check it. Ain't no hyphenated names on my wife's account. Check it again, bruh. Check it. Say I'm wrong. Go check it, bruh. There ain't no hyphenated. 0 hyphens. Thank you. So all your hyphenator, hyphen, that's bullshit. That's fake news. You're making shit up. You're thinking you're slick, and you ain't. And you get called on it, bruh. So how about you take some of that time, you texting about hyphenatums, and go work on them chicken legs. Go work them out. Because, you need to get to pumping. Because I'm pumping you. Face pump. Begin. Self-face pump it. So, anyway, with that, let's go ahead and that should give you guys a lot of material to keep the week of text threads for the rest of this week and going into the next week. Keep it going there. A lot of shit talking done. But the difference is I come on video and I tell it to your face. Yeah, straight to your face. Nah, I don't be sitting there with my thumb, no thumb warrior. I come on video. I tell you, boom, fuck you, straight to your face. That's right. And no hoodies, ain't happening. End of story. But you know what? I'll still come on here and do my job. I'll still come on here and make sure that I'm following the rules, making sure I'm fining people for things they should be fined for, and explaining to the idiots who've been in the league for like 20 years and don't understand what the rules are, asking for timestamps, making sure that they understand what the rules are too. So that's it. Lump Dog's out. Let's get into week 10. Peace. All right, here we go, y'all. Here's week number 10 in PPH. In the first game, we had the Mollywops get losing to the Holier Than Thou, 104.50.54 to 58.67. Man, Slovak improves his record to 5-5. Ronald Jones led his team with 25.8 points. Then Ryan Tannehill was 16.84. Damian Harris at 13.1. And gets that 104.54 points, was enough to get him the win. Mollywops had Mahomes on a bye, so Deshaunte Johnson was his highest score with 18.6 points. And then Drew Bagach, his 12.07. Maybe they understand how my team feels now. How it feels to be. This looks like a Mr. Sweet Spot type score right here with 58 points. I didn't do much better, so you're about to see that. Anyway, with only 12 points, but nothing really else going on his team. So falls to 5-5, and big game this week. Mollywop's trying to stay in that playoff hunt. Plays me, Mr. Sweet Spot, and she get the win. I'm pretty much everybody's punching bag. So anyway, in the next game, we got the Juggernauts, our weekly winner. So congrats to the Jugs for getting that weekly prize there for week 10. Gets the 119.05 to 102.3 win over Just My Luck. Juggernauts led by Tom Brady with 47.25 points. J.D. McKissick with 10.9. 13.7 from Evans. 17.9 from Matt Prater. Damn, your kicker went off. And then 14 points from the Steelers D. Improves his record to 5-5. Knocks Just My Luck out. Takes him out to the USS Code Purple, but I'm the captain of USS Code Purple. So you got a double mask mandate on my boat. So if you're on my boat and you ain't masked up, you out in the lifeboat. I'll tow you along for the fishing trip. So Just My Luck and Dirty High Tea on that lifeboat getting towed behind the USS Code Purple, USS Code Yerps. So anyway, Just My Luck, 36.2 from Josh Allen. Nick Chubb shows up like he just didn't even miss a beat. 19.6. And dude, at the end of the game, he busts off a long-ass run, and he could have scored a touchdown, and he goes out at like the 1 yard line so they could run the clock out. That was pretty tough, man. I don't know what I don't think that would have been the difference, but it definitely would have made it closer and a more exciting game. So that was a tough one to take. 11.3 from Rodrigo Blankenship, and then 11 from the Colts D. Falls at 3-7, out of the playoff mix. Rest of the season, we'll see how much we hear from Brent for the rest of the season. He's the kind of guy that's going to go ahead and check out. Might not set his lineup or anything. So anyway, that's what happened there in that game. And the next game, with the return to greatness, man. Cruising 9-1, just running shit this year. 1-0 gets the win, 105.26 against 289ers to 98.24. Kyler Murray with the Hail Murray with 37.66 points, and he gets the double up with D-Hop with 19.7, so he got like, what? Oh, he got like, it was a 50-yarder or so, so from D-Hop, he got like 11 points out of that one play, and really, took that lead from 289ers with that play. But man, it was a good game and great play at the end. So I'm not so much so salty with football that I can't watch that. Even again, the Cardinals, which I'm a Niner fan, it was good to see that. That's what we love sports about, right? James Robinson, 12.2, 11.9 from Derrick Henry, and that's really all that was going on in his team with 105, and it was enough to get the W. 289ers, Herbert looks like he's kind of come back down to earth with only 28.64. Josh Jacobs, 26.6 points, got them 2 rushing touchdowns. 16.3 from Thielen. Man, if he could have gotten another touchdown there, that would have made it real interesting. Fairbear, man, really kind of let the old 289ers down. That 0 spot, man, he gets 10 points there, and he gets the dub. So that was a big time L starting that guy. And then Philip Lindsay with only 0.2, another tough start there. Ends up taking the L, falls to 6-4, and then return to greatness just in first place, riding all along. I don't think he can lose first place now with only 3 games left. He could lose out and still, I think, be the number 1 seed, at least with points. He would have to really stop scoring points, have like 60, 70-point weeks the rest of the way. Not likely to happen, but anything's possible. So 9-1 running shit for return to greatness. In the next game, another low-scoring game. Like, I can never catch anyone on their low-scoring week. Patty's Playboys still staying in the hunt. Gets the W, 82.53 over Brewdogs with 57.14. Patty's Playboys led by Lamar Jackson with 31.33 points, 18.6 from Burkhead, 15 from Suckup, and 82 points. You know what? Gets him the dubs, keeps him alive on that life support for the playoffs. So go Patty, go! I want to see it, but AJ Green ain't helping there, and neither is Austin Hooper. Those are bad starts there. But who am I to talk? I've had bad starts all year. Brewdogs, man, what happened? Drew Brees went out. That's what happened. Only got a half in. Finishes with 11.14 points. 18.5 from Antonio Gibson. Those 2 touchdowns really bailed him out from a really pretty bad game. Emmanuel Sanders only 0.5. That hurts too. But Myers there with 14.7. That was really all that happened in his squad. Falls to 5-5 and still in the playoff hunt. Again, both these teams still in the playoff hunt. Normally, these two guys are our cellar dwellers or near the bottom, so good to see them maybe would like to both see these guys make the playoffs this year. That's straight from the heart, from the commish. Want to see these guys make the playoffs. It'd be good to see both of them. In the next game, we had JM Boogaloo Boys take out the basket of deplorables, 112.11 to 108.12, 20.9 from DeAndre Swift, 27.8 from Alvin Kamara, 15.6 from Marvin Jones, 17.9 from Cole Beasley. Got pretty good scores all around, except for the tight end and his flex position there. And then Derek Carr with only 11.41 points. Proves to 5-5. Basket deplorables takes that L, falls to 6-4. Deshaun Watson with 20.62 points, 14.2 with Kareem Hunt. Man, it's amazing how both backs from Cleveland can be number one running backs. They each put up double-digit points every week, even with each other or even without each other. So 13.7 with Juju Smith-Schuster. Made a trade for him just a few weeks ago, and since then he's been catching touchdowns and doing well. So maybe Basket Deplorables has resurrected the Smith-Schuster. And actually, you know what? He traded him from the Boogaloo Boys. You don't think he could have used that 13.8 points there in that flex position maybe? Could have, but still gets the W. Didn't cost him that W. So anyway, Basket of Deplorables with 14.4 from Sanders and then 16 from the Saints defense, and falls to 6-4. In the next game, we got the Haters close game, taking out the rookie, 87.27 to 81.36 points. Oh man, Haters led on his team with Aaron Rodgers with 37.37 points, 11.2 from Dalvin Cook, 15.3 from Stephon Diggs. And that was really all about going on with his squad there. Improves to 6-4. Rookie takes that L, falls to 6-4. Russell Wilson, Mr. Unlimited, came back down to earth. Only 13.76 points. Really worst game of the season. So you can see when Rookie ain't getting 50 from Mr. Unlimited, his squad isn't really putting up them points. And he's been real quiet lately. Real quiet. You still there, buddy? What are you doing? You checking fake IDs out there in Tennessee? You've been real quiet, buddy. Real quiet. Talked a lot of shit in the beginning of the season. Now you're real quiet. I kind of like it. It really shows your true colors, that you're just a fair weather kind of guy. When you, I be talking shit when I'm doing good, but when I be doing bad, I be quiet. That's Pemberton. Anyway, Brandon Ayuk with 13.5. I had a feeling about that kid, man. I drafted him and I couldn't hold on to him for the season. I like him. 11.1 from Gronkowski, 14.6 from Boswell, and 12 from the Bills defense. Takes the L, falls to 6-4. Still in line for a playoff spot. Just needs to get probably one more win, and he'll probably lock it up. But we'll see. These 14 teams really throwing a monkey wrench into things here too, since our first year doing 14. Anyway, all right, in the last game here, we had Dirty High T take out Mr. Sweet Spot, 96.42 to 69.86. You know what? Dirty High T is a big Trump fan, so maybe if I could just say, I won this week. Does that make it true? I won the election. I won this week. I won the weekly. I just declare. I hereby declare I win. Does that work? Can that work? I hereby declare that I made the playoff. I'm making the playoffs. Does that work? Seems to be working right now with Trump. He's a big Trump guy thinking he won the election. Actually, you know what? He paid a bet with me for losing the election, so he knows he lost, but he's still trying to hold that hope, which I like. You know, support your guy. I like the loyalty because some of these hoes out here ain't loyal, so I kind of like that loyalty that Dirty High Tea shows to his man and that to his cult leader. So I kind of like it. So props to you, Brit Stains, even though all that bullshit you talking about how I like seeing dead cops and I think they're all racist and I hate America and all that other bullshit you spent. It's a bunch of bullshit, man. You're getting detached from reality when you start speaking that shit. Really, you just needed to quit because you don't make yourself look very good. You make yourself look real foolish. Anyway, you got the win, 96.42 points. Jeff Goff, you know what? I thought he was going to have a bigger game. That was the start that I was scared of out of the entire week. Was Jeff Goff was Jared Goff was going to. I make these mistakes, man. I'm not perfect, so I get people's names mixed up. I'm doing this unscripted off the top of my head, so it is what it is. I was scared of that start. He played Seattle, so I did like seeing all the touchdowns going to the running backs in that game. I thought I had a chance, but didn't. Kalen Ballage, good pickup there with 10.2 points. Willie Gallman, 18 points. Look at him. He's outscoring all the running backs that were drafted. This fucker is a free agent pickup. No one would have drafted Gallman, and he's outscoring all the running backs that got drafted. I drafted in front of him or traded for. So anyway, 18 points from Gallman, 17.6 from Claypool. That was a good pickup, of course, 2 touchdowns this week. Why not? 15.2 from Carlson, the kicker from the Raiders, and then 10 from the Vikings D. 96.42 points. Proves to 3-7, but he's on my boat. But if they ain't masked up, they're on the lifeboat getting towed. That's how it is on the USS Code Europe. So, and then going into my team, my sad squad in dead last. Yep, so here we go. Carson Wentz, 14.46 against the Giants. He scores 40 the last time he played them. I mean, come on, bruh. Really? I mean, seriously, I'm just so cursed at the quarterback position. It's unbelievable. 11.5 from Miles Sanders. Womp, womp. And then 10.9 from Lutz. And then if you go here, this is a good laugh. This is for everyone to laugh at me. Here we go. Scott outscores Sanders. DJ Moore on my bench with 15.6. So here's what it is. Look at Justin Jefferson with 14.5, which was pretty surprising against Chicago. So, man, that kid looks good, man. I like him going into next year. He definitely looks like he belongs in the NFL. Looks like a player. Looks like a player. I don't know if Kirk Cousins will be there, but we'll see. He got the 3-year, $80 million guaranteed just 2 years ago, so I would assume he would be there next year, but who knows how it goes. Anyway, that was week 10 in the PPH. So catch y'all guys next week. Peace.